Oh my gosh, like, Oda, how much content of amazingness are you gonna put in a chapter? Like, really, bro? Like, revolutionary armies defeat fucking Luffy seeing dragon for the fucking first time, even if it's on a fucking paper. Fucking Kaido, kid. I know Oda rarely touches the character of Luffy. I mean, we get a glimpse here and there of some development, like we seen in Dressrosa, where it was like, there's no more running, we can't do that anymore, we can't say we'll fight them another time, it's time to go now. So we see glimpses here and there of development, but I'm curious if there's gonna be any impact on Luffy's character after seeing dragon. To be honest with you, it was like, I think he was just shocked, like, oh, look at this crazy motherfucker, he's my dad, what? But like, I don't really see that having any impact on him, because right after he's just like, oh, I don't really give a fuck, what happened to my brother, where's my brother, what's going on with Sabo? So I think, like, even though it's shocking to him, Luffy doesn't really care. It's kind of like fucking Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Gon don't really give a fuck about finding Gene, he just wants to find them. Luffy doesn't really give a fuck about Dragon, and he doesn't even really want to find them. It's just like, oh, that's my dad. Cool shit, bro. Something that kind of caught my interest, though, is, and forgive me if it was mentioned already, One Piece is a vast story, and sometimes you forget the details, but Brook said the picture doesn't do his presence justice. Has Brook met him before? Like, did Brook have an encounter with him that he knows of his presence? Like, that kind of made me wonder a little bit about Brook there. Is he withholding some information? I mean, I know Brook knows a lot more than most of the Straw Hats in a sense about a lot of different things. I mean, you know, he's an old motherfucker. He was around before all of them. But I'm curious exactly why he said that line. Was it just him guessing? Like, I bet, you know, he's a crazy fierce person and, you know, real. Or could it be that he's had some sort of encounters with Dragon? And the fucking Revolutionary Army defeated, seemingly. I'm thinking to myself, was it that Dragon and them just dipped out? Was it that Dragon didn't give a fuck about the base? Like, what happened? That when fucking the Marines and Cyprepole showed up, it was only Blackbeard and his crew just destroying shit. And then Blackbeard, of course, being the bitch that he is, has a little quick encounter with Cyprepole and dips. Did the Revolutionary Army really fucking lose? Did they really lose? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta think about it for a second. Blackbeard has an insane crew. Aokiji on there alone. Shilu just fucking Jesus Burgess. And then Blackbeard himself. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers on that crew, but like, did the Revolutionary Army really fucking lose? Wow. But at least we can be kind of safe knowing, seemingly anyway, assuming, shall I say, that Dragon and Sabo are okay, because there wasn't no calls on any casualties or any major deaths or any captures and stuff like that. So we can at least assume that they maybe escaped somewhere. But could it be that the Revolutionary Army is going to be a lot smaller now? They lost a lot of members in this fight with Blackbeard. And you gotta ask yourself, was Aokiji involved in this? Did he actually kill people along with the Blackbeard pirates? I want to know how far Aokiji is going with this whole, assuming it's an infiltration of the Blackbeard pirates. Like, what the fuck happened, man? Oda leaving us in suspense like a motherfucker. And I think a lot of the gags in this chapter regarding Luffy and cooking and them starving and everything was just symbolic of their need of Sanji, and more than just him being a fighter. You know, yeah, he's one of the strong ones, yeah, he's a good friend, but above all else, his role on the ship is to take care of food and, you know, things of that nature. So when he's not around, a week's worth of food goes by, because like Luffy's not gonna give a fuck. Okay, I'm cooking, I'm gonna use all the supplies, and Sanji's not there to say, yo, leave the food alone. So I think that was just kind of Oda adding in a subtle nod of, they really need Sanji. They, you know, they need him for more than just kicking ass. Like, he takes care of something big, something major, and that's them not going hungry and making good food. Luffy can't cook to save his fucking life. And then with the minks on guard for Jack's return, I wouldn't be surprised if the next time we see Zoe fucking, like, it's just completely fucked up, because like, they're on guard for a reason, and I think Oda's leaving that set up that, yeah, somebody's gonna come again and fuck them over. But it really fucking took me by surprise. I ain't gonna lie. Jack is a fishman. So Jack the Drought has that incredible fucking devil fruit form, and at the same time he's a fishman. Is like, why couldn't we get Jack the Drought instead of Horty Jones and fucking Vanderdeck? And I'm just saying, like, he is 1,000 times more than what the fuck I got with Horty Jones. Like, we got Horty Jones, like, really? When we could have had Jack the Drought, a fucking awesome ass fishman like him. And to be honest with you, I'm very, very glad that Jack ain't dead, because like, the hype that we had, you know, the number 2 in Kaido's army and defeated by a fucking mammoth. Don't get me wrong, the mammoth is 1,000 years old and he's strong and all that other shit, but it was disappointing, like I said in my review to a certain degree, that Jack was defeated just like that when he was a pivotal point of Kaido's army. And then even getting Kaido in this chapter, him being a drunk, like, honestly, I don't know, like, Kaido, he's a very, very fucking cruel motherfucker, but then at the same time, it's like, so He wants to die. He's jumping from the fucking heavens, suicidal motherfucker, and then he's just getting drunk, pissed drunk there non-stop in this chapter. I'm like, Kaido, you're right, bro. Like, the suicide hotline is always open. And it makes me wonder, was it just that it was a dream that he had, that he just wanted? Why in particular did he want this devil fruit only army, you know, just like devil fruit users non-stop? Is it just that he wanted strength, or did he want them one day to turn on him and try and kill him? Like, why in particular did he want it, other than that it sounds fucking cool as shit to have? And oh my gosh, one of the big shockers of this fucking chapter, Kaido looking in the jail and saying, tell him, go ahead, tell him that fucking to run. We've been playing pirate games non-stop. Ain't that right, Captain Ooster's kid? And you just see Kid there all fucked up like, oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, okay, you gotta assume right now, if Kid is in that jail, that means Kid didn't want to conform. Nah, no, I'm not working under you. Fuck you. And that's why Kid is all battered and thrown in a jail cell. Scratchman of Pooh probably betrayed the Alliance. That's why he was in the last chapter, I believe, or the chapter before that, I'm not sure, on the Denden Mushi, like, hey, you know, Captain Kaido, this and that, or whatever. So he betrayed the alliance that they had. The Kid Alliance is no more. It's just a matter of Hawkins. Like, is he with Kaido? Is he in another jail? Like, what's going on? And I mean, damn, the Kid Alliance wasn't a long-lasting one, so to speak, because look, they got fucking fucked, and Scratchman of Pooh is an asshole, and like, oh, just that caught me by surprise. I did not expect to see Kaido there, him being an asshole and having fucking Kid locked in a, well, I kind of foresee him being an asshole, but yeah. And small subtleties in this chapter that I think a lot of people aren't going to catch is when they are at Big Mom's ship, Sanji and them, and they're talking and they see that other little ship, it was like, yeah, if that wasn't our ship, that shit would have been blown up. We have these warning frequencies. So when Luffy and the crew get next to Big Mom's ship or whatever, right there, they're going to have to either get off a mile away and swim or something. Well, Luffy can't even fucking swim, so I don't know how that will work. Like, the second they get close, Big Mom's going to already have a warning. So right there, their whole little plan of just sneaking in, being fucking ninjas and getting Sanji out of there ain't gonna happen. Like, right there, that was a subtle detail of, like, Big Mom's gonna know immediately when they show up. And it seems as though Sanji's people, his family, are already with them, because that guy was like, hey, you know, you should join up already, just like Germa 66 did. Like, yeah, it seems as though they're working under her or working closely with her, or does he mean that once Sanji joins that, yeah, they'll all be together? Like, that was kind of like, oh, so is Sanji's family already completely dedicated to Big Mom? And getting a little more of a glimpse of Sanji and his past with his family, he said in this chapter, we cut off ties years ago, me and my father. So again, like, there was bad blood between them, and it's kind of already been apparent, but like now right there, that's a nail in the coffin. There's bad blood between Sanji and his father. It's just a matter of us finding out what happened. And the one monkey wrench of all of this, if Luffy comes to get Sanji, or Sanji just says fuck off, I'm leaving, is Pudding is so fucking damn hot. Like, everyone thought Pudding was gonna be ugly as shit. Pudding is fucking hot. So how is Sanji, this fucking desperate motherfucker that wants to get in them draws of any chick that's hot, gonna be able to turn that down? It's like, yo, you got it made right now. You got a hot ass bitch that's definitely marrying you. You get to rock with a Yonko. You get to cook for a Yonko. Like, that's not a bad offer, honestly. Like, I would even be kind of like, damn, do I leave my friends? And honestly, with all that being said, this was a phenomenal chapter. So many huge plot points kind of being addressed yet again in this chapter. I mean, going to Big Mom's ship, Kaido, just everything about this chapter. Kid, like, 10 out of fucking 10 for this one. I don't give a fuck. 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. Mwah. Oda did it again. Let me know what you guys think. If you was in Sanji's shoes, would you just go and say, fuck it, I'm sticking my dick in some pudding? What do you think about the Revolutionary Army's seemingly defeat at the hands of Blackbeard? And like, Blackbeard, do you really think he got the job done? I mean, granted, people aren't dead, but like, did he wipe out most of the Revolutionary Army? Were you shocked about Jack being a fisherman? That one caught me off guard. Didn't see that coming. That's Oda yet again making it like, you didn't see that one. I had that mask on. You thought it was some Captain Morgan homage. No, motherfucker. It was to hide them fucking shark dentures. Hey, overall thoughts of the chapter. Phenomenal chapter. Loved it. Amazing. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.